What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another week of Hero or Zero here on the Heroes for Hire podcast. My name is Shaun Meehan, and joining me back from his international travels is my partner in crime, Mr. Conor Lawler. I fucked it. Oh, I ruined the intro straight away.
It was so close to being accurate.
That was nearly showreel worthy, Conor.
Do you still think you're creating a showreel for something else?
The idea behind this podcast was that, we'll do this and we can send it to radio stations.
But I don't think a radio station needs this, Shaun.
I don't think anyone needs this.
No, if you're listening, tune out. Turn it off.
Better with your time.
Read a book.
Read a comic, for God's sake.
So many of them.
There is. And what does Hero or Zero do to make the world of comics more accessible, Conor? Ha! I did it. I'm back on the radio, boys.
I'll be honest with you, this hosting gig might not be for you. So Hero or Zero is the show every single week where we choose one comic book character. We talk their good points and their bad points, and we generally just give you a bit of a rundown of everything to do with that character. Now, I normally talk about DC characters. Shaun normally talks about Marvel characters. I was not here last week.
No.
The lovely Adam Hart filled in for me. So Shaun, it is your week. I'm interested to know who you've had a 2 weeks off, really, when you think about it.
Well, I wouldn't say 2 weeks off, Conor. I do an equal amount of work for this show.
And so I'm expecting nothing but the best Marvel character. Are we thinking Iron Man? Are we thinking, Captain America again?
I literally, to be fair, probably will do him again at some point, because that was the first one we ever did.
I don't know if that still exists. Is that still on iTunes?
I don't actually know.
It was an experimental time for us all.
What does that mean?
we were shit.
Of course, yeah, we're still finding our feet.
We weren't in a relationship.
No, and we were just trying Captain. Look, anyway, it's fine. I'm covering a character who's going to be showing up in the MCU quite soon, Conor. I am going to be covering a character called Mary McFerrin, who you might know better as Titania.
I don't know either of those names.
She is the villain or the antagonist in She-Hulk coming up.
Right, okay. See, that's interesting because I don't even think I've heard of her.
Right, okay. She's being played by Jameela Jamil, who was in The Good Place. And she's a character, I don't think you're alone. I don't think many people know about Titania. So I thought I'd give everyone a bit of a rundown about everything to do with that character. Conor.
Interesting, Shaun. That'd be a good idea for a podcast episode.
Great format, really, isn't it? So, Mary McFerrin was born prematurely in a suburb of Denver, Colorado. She was overlooked as the smallest of her siblings and would immerse herself in fantasy books, Conor.
Nerd.
A little nerd.
Nerd.
I want you to keep the fact that she's a huge nerd in your head.
Fucking freak nerd I have in my head.
You're playing right into my hands here, Conor. So she remained short and scrawny throughout her youth, especially compared to her peers. And a popular girl at school named Vanessa Ashwood gave her the nickname Skeeter, which is a slang word for a mosquito, which is small and annoying.
It's a bit mean, but at the same time, fucking nerd. Little fucking.
So you're firmly on the side of
so
Vanessa Ashwood here, aren't you, Conor?
I think she's making some good points here. Let's hear her
out. Mary's only real friend was another girl named Marcia Rosenberg. Marcia was similarly unpopular because she was awkward and overweight. Consistently mocked and humiliated since childhood by Vanessa and her social clique, Mary and Marcia had to take menial jobs. The wiki describes it as take menial jobs to survive.
What?
But they just had to take they were dishwashers and stuff like that to make money so they could actually do things. They didn't have friends to hang out with and stuff like that.
Okay.
Because Vanessa the bully is also very, very rich.
Right, so, see, I was a bit lost because I was the bullying, I feel and getting a job when you're in school would be separate entities.
Yeah.
There's a dickhead in school who's a dickhead to you, but also I have to work here to make some extra money. I would have said they were separate, but it drove them into it.
Yeah, they wanted money so they could, partake in things and, go shopping and stuff
To buy a giant catapult? and throw this woman to space.
I mean, a trebuchet would be a superior siege weapon, but yes.
They weren't ahead. They hadn't read that many books, Sean.
Idiots.
Wait, no, they have.
So Mary grew bitter over her hard life, and she fantasised about something improbable, changing her future, such as winning the lottery. But these fantasies soon turned to gaining superpowers to be admired and exact revenge on her tormentors, Connor.
Huh?
So she was like, I just want something mental to happen. Wouldn't winning the lottery solve all my problems? But that evolved into, I need something to solve all my problems. If I had superpowers, I could get revenge against my bullies.
This is the weirdest part of the secret. I haven't read that bit. To break down your goals to that level seems a bit extreme.
It may do, but she has a plan, Connor. So
okay, here we go. So the plan's going to be foolproof. I'm waiting for it.
Julia Carpenter, who is the second Spider-Woman in Marvel Comics, she starts making appearances around Denver, Colorado, just like, stopping crime, doing like meet and greets, all that kind of thing.
Kissing babies.
Kissing babies, shaking hands, not the other way around. And then Rosenberg, who is her friend, Marcia, she remarks that, hey, Mary, your hair is the same colour as Spider-Woman's. And what Mary says...
And she's brunette. Completely just normal.
Normal, brown, brunette hair.
Wait, you've got brown hair as well.
And so Mary lies to her friend and says that she is secretly Spider-Woman.
Of course.
Now, Marcia spreads this rumour, and Mary sees her popularity grow and gets invited to a party by Vanessa.
Oh my God. This is it.
It's all turning around, Connor.
All it took was a lie. That's the perfect crime.
A simple lie to your only friend in the world.
A quick and seamless identity theft, and your dreams too will come true.
Thieving the identity of one of the most beloved and recognisable superheroes around. What could go wrong? And then the next segment of the report is titled Secret Wars.
Oh no. Can I guess, by the way?
Yeah.
Does a villain start attacking her because they think that she's Spider-Woman?
Not exactly.
Okay.
So, you're familiar with the Marvel event Secret Wars, correct?
I know a bit or two, but Sean, please, fill me in.
Basically, a load of the most popular heroes and villains were all gathered together in a world called Battle World, where they would fight each other for the amusement of the Beyonder. That's the highlights, that's the headlines of what Secret Wars is.
Think of the Avengers mixed with Gladiator, the movie.
The very same, Connor.
Not the men, the movie.
Not the game show.
No, think of the game show.
In the midst of Vanessa's party, their suburb of Denver was ripped from Earth and used by the Beyonder to create the makeshift planet Battleworld.
What are the chances?
When the real Spider-Woman arrived on scene and saved the guests from falling debris,
oh no,
Vanessa and her friends realised that they had been duped and they chased Mary and Marcia into the forests of Battleworld.
Just like shaking their fists.
Literally.
Like, why I oughta.
How dare you mislead me?
I mean, at that point, just go, you fucking lying bitch. But at the same time, like, I'm fucking going to chase into a forest. I'll show you.
On this, like, weird alien planet that we find ourselves on.
Surely there's bigger problems. There's bigger issues at hand at that point.
So they're running through the forest. They're frightened. They're exhausted. They don't know what to do. The two young women were found by Dr. Doom.
Oh no.
Who was looking...
Let's hear him out. He sounds positive.
This seems like the guy, Marcia. So Dr. Doom was looking for recruits for an army of supervillains that he was putting together. He offered the girls the chance of gaining superhuman powers, and they accepted Doom's offer.
He seems like a nice guy.
He seems like...
What is there? There's no red flags.
No, the big metal face? Nah, what could possibly go wrong?
His literal name is Dr. Doom, but I'm sure that's a metaphor.
So it's Victor Domachev, Connor. Come on, you've not seen Fan Four Stick.
That's the worst part, by the way, of Fan Four Stick, when they clearly edit out the bit when he's meant to be called like Doom, and then later on, or no, then they change it that his name is Doom, not Victor Domachev. And then later on, as a joke in the movie, because obviously that movie's edited to shit, later on somebody as a gag goes, "What are you, Dr. Doom?" But earlier on in the edit, they changed as though his name was literally Dr. Doom. So it's like me saying, "What are you, Mr. Mean?"
Yeah, that's my name.
Going, yeah, I suppose.
What's your point?
It doesn't make any sense.
And so Doom recreates both women using highly... Recreates is a weird word to use as well.
Bit fishy.
So he uses highly advanced alien technologies found in the aptly named Doom base, which were powered by immense energies from an alien storm that was outside. So Doom induced high-level metahuman abilities in both women. So Marcia, so the friend, is now known as Volcana. She receives a fiery form composed of ionized plasma.
Ooh.
So she's basically just like on fire, like she's a sun basically the whole time.
Okay.
While Mary McFerrin became far taller, muscular, and more buxom than the average. than the average
Who
lady.
wrote this?
A man in the 70s or 80s.
More buxom.
Buxom. Who the fuck has ever... I think
I
the first
haven't heard
person
that
in
word.
ages to say buxom.
When was the last time anyone used the word buxom?
I think Jane Austen probably.
Maybe. I mean, nobody's ever described anyone as buxom. And if you have... Stop.
Sort your life out. Like if you go up in a nightclub and you're getting on well with someone, you say, "Oh, you're very buxom tonight."
See, to be fair, at that point they don't really understand what you mean, so you might get away with it until you start to even creepier things.
Yeah. You don't want to.
They might do the. I guess. I suppose.
Yeah, why not?
I think was that a crime?
Mary now had an incredibly high level of superhuman strength and durability, but the change also affected her mentally. So, where Mary McFerrin had been small and timid, the newly named Titania was proud and confident, perhaps to extremes.
Oh no.
Soon after, she challenged Carol Creel, who is the absorbing man, to a fight, but he refused, reasoning that he had, and this is a quote from Carol, nothing to prove to a dame.
A buxom dame. I ain't got nothing to prove to you. You shouldn't even have the vote, he said. You bitch.
Carol, dial it back, man.
Quick.
So, the time did come for her to try her new powers in battle. First, she fought against She-Hulk, beginning a long rivalry
like a
between the
big
two.
one to go for.
Yeah, but like, aside from the fact that She-Hulk is big and green, like they're pretty similar in terms of power sets. She-Hulk is better, but you know, Titania's there too.
Titania's buxom, to be fair.
She is. She's
and she's a real dame.
I really don't like this thread, by the way. I don't like that you've latched on to buxom dame.
You're a real buxom dame.
So she also then fought against Spider-Man. But during both fights, she realised that strength wouldn't be enough to defeat her enemies and that her arrogance was getting the best of her.
Oh, right. So she's getting too cocky.
She's getting too cocky, but she realises it. She nips it in the bud. She catches it. After her run-in with Spider-Man, so she lost that fight hands down, she grew close to Absorbing Man, who tried to cheer her up. And after, she decided to deliver payback against Vanessa for the years of abuse. So this was her bully. But before she could do that, before she could kick the shit out of what is ostensibly basically a teenager,
I was literally just about to say she's just going to rip this little girl's body apart.
She was talked out of it by Creel, by the Absorbing Man. So he's just like, listen, baby. Not right now.
You need to smile more. 1, 2. You'd be a lot prettier in different outfits. But 3, do not fucking rip that little girl in half, okay? Just come on now.
That is a bad look. So they all escape from Battleworld eventually, And Creel and Titania, so the Absorbing Man and Titania actually get together, and they start a relationship together because they get along, you know, they understand each other.
Should they? More so?
All the evidence I've presented in this report says no, but the comic writers decided that it would be fun.
They're like, he seems like a real stand-up guy.
So they didn't settle down in a quiet life. Instead, they joined Baron Zemo in the Masters of Evil. Their first assignment was to recruit a character called Moonstone to the group, and later Zemo would send them out to get basically new members. They were like the scouts. They would recruit superpowered individuals who could be convinced to be evil. To kill time in between these, Titania robbed a jewellery store.
To what end? Why?
She's never had money, Connor. She wants money now.
But like, to kill time, like, you're part of like this big massive villainy, like Masters of Evil team, and you're like, yeah, let's rob a necklace. Like, who gives a shit?
But she wants it though. It's nice, you know.
She wants to have it. Of course, indeed. I forgot. Sorry, I forgot for a second.
It's all right. How dare you, first of all? But yes. Yeah. Robbing the jewellery store, she came to the attention of Spider-Man. And one thing is that, one, after her first fight with Spider-Man, she's like rattled and she doesn't like fighting him anymore. Two, she has arachnophobia. So she really doesn't like fighting Spider-Man.
I suppose my counter-argument to that is Spider-Man notoriously looks nothing like a spider.
True.
He's clearly a man in a suit with a spider logo on it.
But she might not like the webs. Might be too close to real spider webs.
Okay, no, yeah, I'm back on board. Is this natural web? Is this organic web or
at the time
web?
it's still synthetic web. It's web shooters.
That makes it a little better. Organic, she has no hope.
Organic, she's having a heart attack immediately. Yeah. So too afraid to fight, she ran from combat, only to encounter Spider-Man again in LaGuardia Airport. They like bumped into him.
She's walking along with a little suitcase.
There, Titania again tried not to fight, having Creel do so on her behalf.
Oh my god.
So she gets the Absorbing Man and just like, kick his ass, honey.
She's terrified of spiders. And Spider-Man he doesn't even know what's going on. Like, this woman just keeps running away from him. He's just like, I didn't even do anything.
I just wanted you to stop robbing jewellery stores.
Yeah.
So Creel fought Spider-Man. He was nearly beaten, and the sight of his near defeat at Spider-Man's hands was enough for Titania to temporarily overcome her arachnophobia, charging into combat.
Oh no.
It was a moot point, though, because Creel ended the fight by threatening to destroy a plane of innocents if Spider-Man refused to leave the scene.
What is she doing with this lad?
He's such a red flag of a human.
Red flags all over the place. Like, he doesn't trust you. He doesn't respect you. He'll kill children in a plane. He's bad news.
Whatever needs to be done, you know?
He's bad news. And you're better than this.
Spider-Man just leaves, by the way.
Oh, what can you do at that stage?
I mean, it's either like let a bunch of children die or just leave. I know what I'd do, personally.
Let me think about it for a second. Hang on. I really like the airport.
They've got overpriced food. That's big for me.
I do want to get a big Toblerone. I haven't got one yet, but at the same time, that plane is full of children, so...
6 and 1, you know.
Toblerone. What's the price?
Now, not to bring the tone down, Connor, but Titania contracted a terminal illness. Cancer.
How are you going to start?
That's the next paragraph. I don't know what to do.
Not to bring the tone down. Terminal illness. Let's all talk about who you leave behind.
Oh, fuck. I just thought of a way better segue. And on the subject of airport terminals...
Oh, no, that's worse. That's way worse.
Oh, no, shit. Okay, let me see if the next sentence
lead us all back in again. Lead us all back in again.
Okay, so, unfortunately...
There you go.
Titania contracted a terminal illness of cancer.
Very sad. That's a very nice segue. You led us in there. Emotionally, I was at the right level to when we got there.
I'm glad, and I'm only hoping that the next sentence will cheer things up.
So, Can you just answer me one question?
Yeah.
Well, she books him till the end.
Oh, you know it, buddy. Hey-oh! Wolf eyes a wooga.
That's the boyfriend at the funeral crying.
High-fiving. He's high-fiving Spider-Man.
She lived, she died how she lived. Buxom and a dame.
Buxom broad. So, without health insurance and with no money, she was forced to move from the hospital to an abandoned building.
This is
slowly weakening, but still massively strong.
Yeah.
She fought through the illness with the help of doctors provided by Thor. As a result, the absorbing man repented to Thor, bowing down to the new Lord of Asgard. So, Absorbing Man is a whole thing. He got his powers from Asgard. Loki tortured the fuck out of him, so he hates Asgard.
Right.
But Thor came down, and he was like, and Absorbing Man was just like, look, Thor, I don't want to fight. Like, my girlfriend's dying. I just want to look after her as best I can. I'm stressed. I'm at my wit's end, buddy. And Thor is just like, man, I can, like, here's some fucking doctors. Just, I hope things are okay. And Creel is immediately like, I always loved you, Thor.
Do you remember when I wrote die, Tor, die? I meant D-Tor.
D-Tor, D. So she eventually recovers from the cancer, off comic mainly. That happens.
You said it was terminal, so
no, it was. But Thor got her some doctors.
Thor got the special doctors. Okay,
and even after this, Titania proved unable to stay away from She-Hulk. So all these years, all these stories happening in the comics, she'll still always take a dig at She-Hulk if she gets the chance. She just hates her for no apparent reason.
Just a feud.
Yeah, she was like the first fight that she ever lost. It made her feel small when she was strong. It's a whole thing. So Titania underwent an intense physical regimen to boost her abilities. Unbeknownst to her, She-Hulk's strength levels were also higher than ever before. So the stakes are really being raised here, Connor.
This is like Rocky.
It's exactly like Rocky.
She's training in the mountains, I could only assume.
It's mostly like warehouses and around dingy alleys. Think Mr. Incredible, more so.
Okay. I'm with you.
So, battered and inadvertently humiliated by She-Hulk, Titania was offered a chance at revenge after obtaining the Power Gem, one of the legendary Infinity Gems.
Sorry, this random character has the Power Gem.
Yeah.
All right. And she doesn't just like blow up upon even touching it.
No, she's well able to handle it, you know.
All right, okay.
And she got the Power Gem from its former owner, who is called the Champion of the Universe, aka Trico Slatterus.
Of course.
Yeah,
Trico.
Think of Goku, and he's all about fighting, you know. Wants to be the best fighter.
He's just a big choppy fighter boy.
Yeah, big idiot.
Big fucking moron.
Not buxom at all.
How buxom on a scale of 1 to 10 is he?
Oh, he's more. He's like Chris Evans buxom in that he's just pure peck, you know. So the Champion of the Universe had agreed to stop using the Power Gem as a condition of his defeat at the hands of She-Hulk. So She-Hulk was like, listen, if I beat you in a fight, you can't use that Power Gem anymore. That's too much.
So hang on, she defeated him.
Yeah, super powerful at this point.
With the Power Gem. And so now the Power Gem has fallen into this, like, the hands of somebody else who hates her.
Yeah.
And I can see where this is going.
Because here's the thing, is that the Champion of the Universe can't fight She-Hulk again. That's another one of the stipulations about his loss. Also,
the name is now wrong.
Really is. Okay, we'll just call him Trico then from now on.
Yeah, he just has to be called Trico. Like, you're no longer the champion.
But Trico realises, hey, loophole, I can give the Power Gem to someone else and they can fight She-Hulk on my behalf.
Perfect idea.
So, after an initial defeat by the newly empowered Titania, She-Hulk tricked her. She-Hulk tricked Titania into believing that She-Hulk had been killed in the second battle that the two had. So, The initial rush of triumph that Titania felt suddenly melted into uncertainty as she realised that her life now had no meaning or focus without the object of her obsessive hatred.
She's just like questioning everything.
She's like, what does it all mean now? Like, where do I go from here? This is all I wanted to do, and now I've done it.
Oh my God.
And
so she rope-a-doped her.
She rope-a-doped her. The classic rope-a-dope. So Titania, no longer having a profound desire for more power, released the power gem. And just like, I don't care anymore. She-Hulk was then able to claim the gem for herself and use its power to knock Titania out with a single punch.
Bit sus. That's under the... I don't know.
It's a bit of a dodgy win, you know?
It's a dodgy enough win. I will say that. I think I don't mind punching your opponent, but having your opponent give up on life and maybe question their existence for you to win, I feel that's too far.
I feel it's the perfect way to win. Later, Titania was incarcerated in the Lang Memorial Penitentiary, aka the Pym Experimental Prison, a prison in which superhuman inmates were shrunk with Pym particles to less than an inch in height.
Oh, good.
So, think of the movie Downsizing, and it's like that, but a prison, basically.
Like, think of the movie Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, but instead of kids, it's Honey, I Shrunk the Villains.
I shrunk the supervillains, exactly.
Of course.
And so, on to very quick powers and abilities. Because of Dr. Doom's mutagenic process, she possesses various superhuman attributes. So, she has superhuman strength that has increased over the years due to intensive weight training. So she can actually augment her strength by exercise. It still works like that for her. It's just that her base level of strength is superhuman. But she can always get stronger by putting in more work, basically.
That's weird. Normally they just have super strength and it's just left at that.
Exactly, and they just like channel energy into their muscles to make them stronger. But she actually physically has to work out to get stronger.
Right, so she doesn't work out. Does she just like lose all of her strength other than just the base level?
She will kind of weaken, yeah. Like at her, when she first started, she was able to lift 85 tons, and over the years she's gotten that up to 100 tons.
Okay.
Which is like, it's great, like it's ridiculous strength, but it's still weirdly tame for Marvel, it feels.
Yeah, it's like, we'll only give her 15 extra tons, but we'll give her 100 tons, which is a lot of tons. You might as well say 1,000 tons at that point.
Exactly, yeah, because it's so out of reach for anyone else. She has superhuman stamina, so she has less fatigue toxins than ordinary humans, so she can physically exert herself at peak capacity for about 24 hours before the build-up of fatigue toxins begin to impair her. She's also highly resistant to physical injury, capable of withstanding high-caliber bullets, falls from great height, tremendous impact force, and temperatures as high as 1,500 degrees Celsius and as low as minus 120 degrees Celsius without sustaining injury. She's a formidable hand-to-hand combatant. She got training from the champion of the universe, and she's particularly experienced in street fighting techniques that allow her to use her great strength.
Shivs.
You what?
Shivs.
Shivs,
just
of course.
like the tops of dumpsters.
No, sorry, a dirty win is a She-Hulk thing, Connor.
Oh,
Titania fights
right.
with honour, I'll have you know.
She fights with honour. Even though she was trained by former champion of the universe.
True, yeah, who didn't fight with that much honour.
He's a bit of a shithouse as well.
She was going to rip that child in half for a bit.
But that was only for a laugh.
It's for a laugh. And on the Marvel 1 to 7 rating system, intelligence of 2, strength of 6, speed of 2, durability of 5, energy projection of 1, and fighting skills of 4. So,
I mean, she's strong in the right categories if you're going hand-to-hand fighting.
Yeah, she's really specced into like a brawler. Like, is what she's done there.
So a 6 in fighting?
A 6 in strength, 4 in fighting skills.
And a 5 in durability.
Yeah. Like, that's
not bad.
That's a pretty good spread. Like,
I'd say She-Hulk is fairly similar to that.
Yeah, I think we have time here. Let me quickly look up the She-Hulk power grade.
I would say she's probably maybe a 6 in the durability.
Yeah, she's probably also a bit smarter as well, I would say.
Because she's willing to like fight dirty.
Oh, yeah. She'll use the environment to her advantage. She's got those knuckle dusters she brings everywhere. You know the ones.
The old noose she has in the back pocket just in case.
So She-Hulk is intelligence of 3, strength of 7, speed of 3, durability of 6, energy of 1, and fighting skills of 4. So she's 1 stronger in strength and 1 stronger in durability. Yeah, and 1 better in intelligence and speed as well. So she's just that little bit better.
Right, okay. That's pretty cool, though, that she's that strong. Like, not She-Hulk, but like...
Yeah,
like, you can put it up to She-Hulk.
Exactly, yeah, because She-Hulk is a 7 because she's a gamma thing, so she's limitless. Like, as the angrier she gets, the stronger she will be.
The fight is always who wins between Superman and Hulk, because the more you punch Hulk, the angrier and stronger he becomes.
Exactly. So you need to punch Hulk when he's at like his calmest, and you need to punch him as hard as you can once.
And hopefully put him out.
Hope that does it. And because the Sentry can't even do it.
He then gets up and he's as mad as he's ever been.
Exactly. And it's like all that for a drop of blood kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So it's the same as She-Hulk.
Same with She-Hulk, yeah. Same with all gamma mutates for the most part. And like Titania is basically just a very, very strong human, is the thing. Like, she just has the classic superhuman strength, and that's about it.
Right, okay. It's a character I knew nothing about, so she's the villain in Miss Marvel, or not Miss Marvel, Jesus, She-Hulk.
In She-Hulk, yes. So I'm excited to see what they do with her, because, like, I do think that would be a fun thing to see on screen, is just 2 super strong people fighting each other. See how that goes.
And then like Daredevil just getting absolutely squashed.
Daredevil doing his best, doing some flips in the middle.
He's doing parkour while the 2 of them just beat the shit out of each other.
Daredevil just being like, I wish I could see how buxom she was.
That's his opening line of Charlie Cox in the show.
Bring him in just for that. And then they kill off Daredevil.
She just rips his head off. Yeah, that's fair enough. To be fair, he did say that. So
he did.
Understandable.
That was promised. But yeah, that's my report on Titania, Connor.
Very good, Shaun. Do you want me to take us out?
Yes, please.
If you liked what you heard here, if you could give us a like and review, whatever podcast platform that you're listening to this on, it would really, really help us out. Don't know why, but the algorithms just mean it works.
We were told to say that by someone, and now we say it every time.
For some reason it works, but I'm not smart enough to work out algorithms, but that's just how it works. So if you could just give us a like, thumbs up, whatever it's on each platform. We've got hundreds of these Hero Zeros covering a whole wide array of comic book characters, so to get access, basically if you could think of a character, if you go to heroesforhire.ie, we got a search bar there. Just search there, and we probably have done a report on them. And
we've done a lot of them. I will say, it is getting harder to find new characters.
So harder. It's so much harder, isn't it? We also have Twitter. It's at Heroes for Hire Pod, the 4, the number 4. Facebook is Heroes for Hire Podcast. Instagram is Heroes for Hire Podcast. We also have a merch store. So if you want to get down and get any of that stuff, Waffles sent us in his lovely new backpack today on Twitter.
I like when people
backpack. Send us things that they buy in the store.
Yeah, it's really nice to see. And like, I'm not even saying that because it's like our like logo and stuff on it. I just genuinely, I think it's a really nice backpack.
It's pretty cool. It's around the world. And most importantly, if you could just tell one human being that we exist.
Just the one, please.
So I've been Ciara Lawler.
I've been buxom.
And you're a classy broad. And we shall talk to you next week, guys.
Bye.
Bye.